let's get into it. What's up, everybody? This is SMH Podcast. I am your host, Shania. Thank you for joining me today for another episode. Clap it up for yourselves. Thanks, guys, for joining me for another episode. I know I've been a little MIA, and I'm sorry. I've been a little busy. It's the holiday season, and there's been a lot going on, but I do appreciate everybody for listening and tuning in for us because we have reached over our 3,500 streaming downloads. Hey, so clap it up again. Hey. Thank you guys, though, for listening, for tuning in, for following, the links on my social. You can follow me at SMH Podcast 96. You can follow me at SMH Podcast 96, SMH Photography 96. You can also follow me. That's on IG. You can follow me on Twitter, SMH Podcast 91. That is the @ for it, SMH Podcast 1. And then I am on Facebook, SMH Podcast 96, and YouTube. But the links all in the bio and my social Instagram. So follow me on Instagram, please, SMH Podcast 96. You can also follow me, SMH_photography 96. I have a photography business, y'all, so follow me. Check out my photos. Tell me what you think. Go, click on the last post. Comment, like, all that. Go on YouTube. Subscribe. But we're going to get into the episode, you guys. It has been a little busy for me, and I do apologize for my absence, but there's been a lot going on out there. There has been a lot going on, and we're going to get into all of it. But we're going to get into our first topic, and it is what's for tea. So we're going to get into this tea time, sip on some tea. I'm actually currently drinking an Arizona iced tea. So we're going to get into this tea time, figure out what's going on, and then we're going to get into our topic for the day. So first up for tea is Walmart. Walmart CEO says rising level of theft at stores could cause the store closure and price increases. He's saying that there's just too much theft going on, people stealing too much, and they're losing out on too much money. And by this time next year, they're saying they're going to close down stores, increase prices, and also have the local law enforcement on duty to help with all the theft and whatnot. And if you're not really, on socials too much, this is where I get a lot of my hot topics for tea time. If you're not on socials too much, there was a lady who recently almost got arrested at a Walmart for stealing about $1,000 worth of stuff out of Walmart. And listen, y'all, it's getting hard out there. These self-checkouts and all that, y'all be thinking you're slick, but they got extra, I remember I was at Walmart and it was like, I guess I scanned it too fast or something. I always pay when I'm at Walmart. I always pay, even if I'm in the checkout line, I always pay. But when I was trying to scan it, the camera that was watching me or was recording me or whatever, it kind of slowed down my motions and shit. And I was looking at it, I was like, bro, this is crazy. They looking at everything now. Y'all watching every movement. And I was just like, why is they doing all this extra stuff? And I'm just like, at this point, if y'all worried this much about theft, if people are stealing too much, just get freaking more cash registers and get more people to work at your cash registers. Pay your employees more to work there, and maybe they will want to come to work. Stop with this whole, people can't live off of minimum wage, so give them a little bit more than minimum wage. It's hard times out here, and they got to feed their families too. Give them discounts. I don't know the protocols or what employees are able to get at Walmart and whatnot, but I'm just saying, if you want people to, I remember when I was in high school, probably, there was a whole strike at Walmart because of the unfair work conditions and how unfair they were getting paid. So at the end of the day, Walmart, you've been around for a long time. You guys make a lot of money. I know you make a lot of money. You are able to pay your employees a little bit more. So if you want to help with theft, get rid of the self-checkout. I know everybody don't want to hear that. Get rid of the self-checkout. Get more cashiers. And go back to the way it was before this self-check, because that's why the theft has gone up. That's why people are able to just get shit and just walk out. You made it to where it was easier for them to steal. I hope you know that. You made it to, and now you're trying to blame other people, the people who actually shop there and pay you to shop there. You're going to blame them and raise prices and close stores and probably areas that really need those Walmarts. And in college, sorry, I'm talking a little too fast. In college, I went to school at Humboldt State University. It was in a small town in Arcata, California. The next town over was Eureka, and Eureka had a mall. And in the mall, it didn't really have a lot of shops and all that, but what it did have in the mall was Walmart. And I promised you that Walmart saved my life. Even though there was a Target in the town too, I didn't really shop at Target. I was a Walmart type of girl. I don't care. I'm a Wally World type of girl. I'm a Wally World type of girl, all right? I will shop at Wally World. I love Wally World. I love Walmart. I am a Target is for the bougies. Wally World is for the ratchets, okay? So I like to shop at Walmart. So I was happy that there was a Walmart there because I love going to Walmart. So, and I just would think about like how hard probably life would have been more for me if I had to because I really did not shop. I don't know. Target was just not my place to shop at. So even though everybody went to Target, I just was not a fan of like the stuff that they had there. I just felt like Walmart had better stuff. I don't know. People can fight me. Fight me. We can fight. I don't care. Get in the comments. We can fight. But I just like Walmart better. So I'm going to just get off of that. But anyway, so it's just like it's a small town. Walmart. Not too many grocery stores and all that. There was a Winco in that town, but it was a really small town. So it's like, and there wasn't a lot of places to shop at to get clothes and all that you had to buy. And most of the stuff we bought was online because they closed a lot of the cute stores that they did have. They closed, what was the store? Wet Seal in the mall. They closed Wet Seal in the mall. They did have a Rue 21, but it's either you go there or you can go to the Ross. The Ross was cool too. But yeah, there was Walmart in the mall. So it was just convenient that Walmart was in the mall. You can go grocery shopping. You can buy I just liked the department store and the fact that it was in the mall because that was different. Never seen a Walmart in a mall. And it was useful and it was helpful, especially living in a very small town. Very small town. But moving off of that, yeah, Walmart, you got to step your game up. Do better for yourselves. Protect yourself more. Don't create a system and then blame the people for being able to, being able to finesse the system. Like, you can't get mad at that. Like, before, that's why it was hard for people to steal, because you had to go to the cash register. You had to show like a receipt or something, but you guys are like, and you still have to show a receipt when you walk out, but ain't nobody like the cashier is going to make sure everything gets scanned. Whereas the person at the door just making sure you have a receipt when you walk out. That's how you stop and create safety and protect your stuff, Walmart. But whatever. We gonna get off of them. And we gonna get into our next topic for tea, which I really don't like to say this is like a tea topic, but I do want to bring it up for a lot of reasons. So next up for tea. Recently, Stephen Boss, aka Twitch, recently committed suicide and has passed away. And I just want to send out prayers to his family, his friends, his children, because it's very unfortunate, honestly, because suicide is it's so heartbreaking. It's so heartbreaking because a lot of the times I feel that it happens to people that you wouldn't really expect it to happen to, And when I looked at, Twitch's social, he looked like a really happy guy. His wife had just posted their anniversary. They have beautiful children together. He was on Ellen's show, dancing, living his life, doing what he was, brought on this earth to do and dance. And from, the outsider looking in, it looked like he had the happy life. He looked like he was happy, It looked like and it's right before the holidays. I mean, we're 5 days away from Christmas, y'all. So to just hear somebody like that could take their life and feel like they were no longer needed here on this earth anymore, felt like they were, for whatever reason, felt like it wasn't, whatever reason they felt like they had to go, it's just very unfortunate because you never really know what people are going through at the end of the day. You don't really know what people are thinking, and we really need to check more on each other. We need to check in with each other, especially the people we think is okay. The people we think are happy and the people that we think have, okay lives or is doing good and all that. Let's just try to do more to check in with each other, just to see if that helps each other, just to see if that will maybe help another person, because you never know how tapping in could just help the next person, or how it could help make that person feel for that day. Maybe that's all that person needed for that day. It's very unfortunate, but I do want y'all to know, if you or someone has thought about hurting or harming themselves or others, please, go on to the suicide prevention website. It's www.wellnessspacehealth.org, or call the hotline number, which is 1-800-273-8255. Again, that's 1-800-273-8255. This is not a paid sponsorship. I just wanted to bring this to awareness to people, because this is something real. It's something I've dealt with in my family, and it's very heartbreaking to hear when it happens to others. So if there's anybody out there listening and has thought about it, please reach out to somebody for help. So we're going to move off of that topic, which I hate to say is for tea time, but I like to bring things like that to awareness for my listeners. So next up, we're going to move on to a new topic, lighter topic. There was sorry guys. I was just listening to the whole thing, but there was an situation at Winston-Salem State University where a student was recently arrested during a classroom setting. She was in class. They were they were having class time, and she was arrested during class. It was a very traumatic video. While watching, she was crying. There was a lot going on. There were students yelling, the teacher yelling, and officers just trying to arrest her to get her out the classroom. After the girl was arrested and she went to court and whatnot, she made a statement out on social media explaining the details of what happened. I can play part of it for y'all so that you guys can listen. So here, I'm going to play a little bit of it. I do want the video to restart, so hang on.
Boom, she starts getting loud. She starts yelling at me, telling me this is her class, so it doesn't matter what I think. I'm getting loud back. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you guys. I got loud back. I was raising my voice too. I'm like, Dr. V, like, you're yelling at me. I'm not going to redo it. I'm here to present with my group. Like, I'm here to get this done and get out. And she's like, you need to get out. Like, I want you to leave. And I'm like, leave? No, like, I'm here for my group project. Literally refused. I was like, this is because I do go to a historically Black college. And for this to happen to me and it be so provoked by people who are not of Black descent, it hurts. So I feel like I do have to mention that. The Black officer comes in. He asks me what's going on. I tell him everything. The class is telling him everything. As I'm telling my story, my professor comes back in. Yes, officer, I want her taken out. I'm like, whoa. He's like, whoa, I'm talking to her. I'm listening to her. So wait, we're talking. Another officer comes in, and he is a white officer. He comes in and he's like, okay, so your options are you and the white officer came in and was like, yeah, you're either gonna get out or I'm gonna have to get you out. And I'm like, okay. At this point, I'm like, Dr. V, you're gonna let them arrest me? And she's like, yes, Dr. V, Dr. Villagomez, Cynthia Villagomez. Wait, I'm charged with a second-degree misdemeanor. Your maximum penalty is 60 days in jail. I started crying, and he was like, you have no record, so we can't keep you because you don't have a record, so we're releasing you. Yeah.
Okay, y'all, so I'm gonna stop the video there and intervene. So that's her that is partial, briefly kind of explain it, kind of sift through the video a little fast, but you did hear most of what happened. She did detail a lot of what happened, and from my perspective, this was very unfortunate for her to get arrested during her class time. The officer that did arrest her was a campus police. So when she explained the story, I don't know, from my side, it just sounds like, she was having kind of like a dispute with her teacher. There was a lot going on between her and her teacher. It was probably built up tension over the year or something. We don't know, but that's just me speculating. And she was just like, they got into an argument. She was there to present her thing, but the teacher was just, over her and was just like, what, just get out of my classroom. The girl was adamant, like, no, I'm not going to get out of the classroom. It's the end of the year. Let me just do my final and all this. Like, this is just too much. Like, let me just do my final so I can leave. And the teacher's like, no, you're not going to do your final. You're going to leave. When the teachers made up their mind, they're pretty much like, nah, you got to go, and that really sucks. But it's like, it's the end of the year. Like, I know we just argued and all that, but, just let it go right now. Let me just do my project and let me just get out of here, So I can understand girl, just wanting to do her project to just get out of there, regardless of how you grade me. Just let me do my project so we can go. But, the teacher is the teacher. It's her classroom. She can do what she wants. And if she wanted her out of her classroom, she had to get her out of her classroom. So, I agree. She did depict like the black officer. He was just, this is just a dispute between a teacher and a professor. It's not that big of a deal. Let me figure out what's going on. Let me listen to everybody's side of the story. Let me, get some context and let me see if I can diffuse the situation. The white cop came in. Sounds like he was just like, you know what? No, she told you to leave. You got to leave. I'm not with all this shit. And it kind of seems like he undermined the black cop a little bit. So it's like, who was in charge between them? Was it the black cop or was it the white cop? Because it seemed like the white cop had more authority over the black cop if he could just come in and start arresting people while the black cop is already there diffusing the situation. That's where I'm like, that's sketchy. So it's like campus police, in my opinion, kind of escalated the problem because it's like, if you already have a cop in there talking to a student, going over what's going on and all this, but you got the white, lady saying like, no, I just want her out of my classroom and he's not listening and da-da-da. He's probably like, hey, she wants her to go. She got to go. So he was probably like, you know what? I'm just going to enforce this shit. So I just want to know, like, why was he able to come in there and enforce it over the black cop while he's already like doing the job? Like, cause for me, it's like, I don't know, during like traffic stops and all that, it's like, one cop is leading and the other one is following that lead. So it's like, if the black cop was leading, why didn't the white cop just follow his lead? Why did he just jump in and just be like, fuck it, I'm gonna arrest her? So that's where it's like kind of sketchy for me. It's like, why did he just escalate to like, I'm just gonna arrest her? So it sounds like the situation just got out of hand for no reason. But they also are like, this is your first offense, so, we're going to drop it to a misdemeanor. If you want to fight it, you can fight it and all this, but, which I feel like she should, if she has valid reasons and valid witnesses to want to come forward and whatnot. But I'm just saying, like, it seemed like it was more campus police fault, in my opinion, because they're the ones that escalated the situation, because even though they're arguing, like she said, and they're getting to a dispute, it seems like the students also were adding to it. So it can't just be two people arguing. It sounds like everybody's arguing. Everybody's trying to like get an understanding or trying to help and trying to, because all the kids were trying to, intervene. And even when you watch the video of her being arrested, you can see the kids trying to be like, it's not that serious. Like, we're not trying to like, it's like y'all doing too much. Like, the kids are trying to be like, hey, like, this is not like, you like, can you stop? You're doing too much at this point. And I agree, he was doing too much. He was kind of manhandling her. She should have calmed down. She probably couldn't in the moment. She was very heightened. She should have calmed down a little bit, which she couldn't, which I understand. It's a lot going on. Do I feel like it was a race thing? Not so much. Do I feel like it added? I'm just saying because of what she said, like, it was relevant. I don't think it's that relevant, in my opinion. Like, I don't think it was this whole, the white people against the black people, which a little bit kind of seemed like, it just seemed like the white people wanted to assert authority while the black people were just trying to figure out what's going on. That's what it seemed like to me. Which is, I guess, some white people shit. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm gonna bleep that out. But, yeah, we're gonna move on to the next topic up for tea. Next topic up for tea, I really don't even want to put this up for tea because I really don't have nothing to go with it on or talk about it with. But but I know it's like a hot topic out there in social media right now. It's the whole Tory Lanez, Megan Thee Stallion, and Kelsey ordeal. The whole case going on right now. Listen, the only thing I'm going to say about this, because I want to keep it to the topic of my podcast, I don't want to steer too much because all of it is just drama. Listen, I'm going to say it like this. Listen, if you live in a certain lifestyle, just live that lifestyle. Because at some point, one day you're going to have to come clean about it, or something's going to expose you, or something's going to come out. And I say that to say this. So, like, it sounds like a whole bunch of lies and secrets are being exposed. Well, was exposed. And now it just seems like a whole bunch of lies and secrets are being used to try to cover it up as well, too. Because the whole story is centered around a lover's quarrel, in my opinion. 3 people who were getting together, unknowingly getting together, and some shady, unloyal, disloyal stuff going on between friends and lovers, and it turned into a whole big mess. And I'm just saying this to say this. Listen, if you are somebody like Megan, if you are going to go out and have sex, like allegedly have sex with all these people, listen, just have sex with them. And if it comes out, don't try to lie about it. Don't, because then it makes you look non-credible. You make yourself look non-credible when you go out there and say, nah, this ain't going on. I'm not messing with them. And then it comes out you are messing with them. It makes you look like a liar. You kind of set yourself up for the failure. If you're going to do the stuff, just do it. But if you don't want to be seen in that type of life, don't do the things that's going to make you look like that. Because one day the truth is going to come out. The truth has to come out. The truth always comes out. So if you want to live in truth, and when the truth does come out, live in truth, live in your truth, but don't be ashamed when the truth comes out and people comment on how it makes you look. Like, if it makes you look like a hoe, hey, you know what? Fuck it. I look like a hoe. Fuck y'all. If it makes you look innocent, hey, I'm innocent. I'm good. I'm great. But listen, don't try to cover up what you're doing with lies and deceit, because at the end of the day, if allegedly, if all this is true and you were messing around on somebody that's you knew your best friend like, that's kind of foul. And it kind of just shows the type of person you are. Because it's like, if that's it's like girl code. Like, if that's a guy your friend like, why would you mess with him? You should just leave it alone. Just leave him alone. Like, that's her man. Da, da, da. But if you end up liking him and all that, just be one up with your friend. Hey, I actually like him. I don't know how much you like him, but I actually really like him. So maybe we could talk about this or something. Like, be straight up with your friend. That's your friend. Be straight up with your friend. But, it came out badly, and a whole bunch of stuff happened, and she was allegedly shot in her foot. If you're somebody like Tori, listen, if you gonna mess around with 2 best friends, don't be mad when the shit comes back to you tenfold crazy. Because listen, you know better than anybody to mess with 2 friends that are around each other all the time. One is gonna cause jealousy between them, a competition between them, and it's going to create a space to where insecurity can come. And you, being you, if you really don't care, like you just having fun and all that, just leave those 2 people alone and go have fun with other people. Go do stuff with other people. Don't bring them into your fun just because it's fun, or just mess with one of them and leave the other one alone. You added to it because you could have been the bigger person and walked away, but you didn't want to. And now we have this big mess. And I know it wasn't intentional for you, and maybe you had feelings for both of them, but you know what? You knew that this could possibly be a problem one day, but you still went with it anyway. And now, allegedly, we have someone shot Megan with her. She has, she was shot in her ankle, allegedly. Kelsey, listen, if you know for a fact your friend has been doing shit like this to you over and over again, girl, just walk away from her. That's not really your friend. Listen, because allegedly this is always a continuous thing where your friend would sleep with the people you were talking to or liked or anything like that. And it's like, if that continues to happen, girl, like, You need to look at your friend, because it's like, if you know I'm like you need to really talk to your friend. If you know I like this person, why would you do that? If you know I'm kind of dealing with this person, why would you do that? That's not your friend. You need better friends. Better friends that wouldn't do that to you. Sad because I went through this whole situation, but whatever. I'm just saying, you need better friends, girl. You need better friends. Just let that whole thing go. Fuck both of them. Fuck both of them. You just let it go. And find yourself. I know it sucks because you're losing friends. You're losing a really good friend as well too. But you could have also helped and been more vocal probably, or been more, I don't know. There's probably something you could have did that to help, but probably there could have been, the only thing you can do is just walk away. But you let it fuel you. You let this situation happen over and over and over again where it lets you feel you. And now allegedly, you shot your best friend. Allegedly, I'm going to keep saying that. I'm not even, listen, I think she did it. I'm not going to lie. I don't think Tori did it. I think it was her. Oh girl, he tried to stop it. That's my opinion, and I can have that. I don't want to be canceled. I'm just saying, that's my opinion. Allegedly, I think it was Kelsey. But yeah, we're gonna move off of that. But I'm just saying, listen, this was just a lover's quarrel that went bad. And listen, y'all, these things happen. Fatal attraction is like some real stuff. Like there's like a whole series on like Fatal Attraction, like a whole show, Fatal Attraction. Like there's a movie, Fatal Attraction. Like it's real. Like y'all gotta, we gotta speak up out here. This whole side chick, side nigga, and I'm gonna mess with him and her. Like we gotta stop that. Let's stop this. This is not it, because it creates environments and situations like this. And now everybody's just trying to run for the gate and try to get themselves out of this the best way they can. Now we don't know who shot her. Oh, damn it. All right, next we gonna move on. That's kind of all. No. I actually have another topic for tea, because it goes into our segment for today. Hang on, y'all. Give me 2 seconds. I'm sorry. So, next up for tea is the Claremont twins. So they posted on Twitter, and they said, somebody posted on Twitter and said their original faces were top tier. And they commented and said, thanks, was, and still. Sis, listen, I agree with that statement. Listen, you're partially agree with that statement. I'm gonna just say it like this. Listen, I don't really, whatever floats your boat, I don't want to tell anybody how to live their life and whatnot. But I'm gonna just say it like this. The Claremont twins before their surgery looks like a totally different Claremont twins now. Like the Claremont twins on the Bad Girls Club is a totally different Claremont twins than the ones on Instagram right now. They look different. Their skin complexion is different. Their facial features are different. Their bodies are different. They just look like they look like completely different people, in my opinion. Like they just turned into completely different people. From how they were to who they are now. And all of the plastic surgery, and surgery had to do with it. And I hate that they, I don't want to say I hate, because that's kind of harsh. I guess I dislike the fact that they are okay with it. And it's like, hey, they did it. They wanted to do it. But it's like, were they unhappy with themselves? And the reason why they did it is like, because it's like there was nothing wrong with them. I didn't think they were ugly. I thought they were actually cute, Back in the BGC days, they could have had a little bit better makeup and all that, but I didn't think they were ugly. It's just all this body modifications that they've done now, they look completely different to me. So would I say top tier? No, because you had to make it that way. I think that, I don't know, I just feel like they played into the whole social media ordeal. And I guess that goes into our topic today, the whole theme of the that goes into our topic for today. The topic of the episode is to BBL or to not BBL, because everybody's getting a BBL nowadays. And it really sucks that people just expect that, honestly, out of women as well, too. The women, for them to look like that, to have the BBL type shape, like natural bodies is a problem. Like, people keep telling Coily Ray to get a BBL, and it's like, she don't need one. She don't want one. People keep telling Glorilla to go get a BBL. Why would she need one? She don't want one. Like, why does she need one? Fuck, she don't want one. Why does she need one? Like, why is it this big push for women to have this Coke bottle shape of a body? Like, people just got on Carrie Hilson. Somebody commented on her, under her comment, it was a man. 2, you should get a BBL, look better. Like, why does she need one? She actually looks beautiful for her age. Why is there always this push for women to have such voluptuous bodies and over-exaggerated bodies? Why can't our natural bodies be okay? And that's why a lot of women don't like their bodies. A lot of women have gone to getting surgery, have gone to doing the whole surgery process, even though they know it's bad. I mean, you know how many documentaries there have been on BBLs and how bad they are, and butt injections, and people are still going out of the country to go get them. I mean, people are going out of the country and dying still, and people are still going to go get a BBL. Why? I feel like it's this strong push because in media, though, for women to look this certain way. And I'm going to bring a case in point. Everybody knows if you shop on Fashion Nova, everybody's seen her before. I should pull up her name. Hang on. I'm going to pull up her name. You've seen her on there. But she's a Fashion Nova model. She's been on Fashion Nova for forever. Since the beginning of Fashion Nova, if you want to ask me. She's been on Fashion Nova since the beginning of Fashion Nova, and she's like been the face of Fashion Nova a little bit. She's been like their poster girl. I think her name is Jody. Yeah, the Fashion Nova, her name is Jody. So she's been like the poster girl for Fashion Nova. And to me, she's always, since she's got on Fashion Nova, she's had that BBL look. I mean, Fashion Nova is a real big push for the BBL look. Their clothes are made to look for BBL, for like the BBL bodies, and you know, that's why a lot of the times, you know, when we get a dress now and we look at it on ourselves, we're like, it don't look like the girl on Fashion Nova because we don't have the same body like the girl on Fashion Nova. We don't have an Instagram body. I call them Instagram bodies because they're all kind of the same if you think about it. And their faces now, I feel like everybody's starting to have like the similar facial features as well too. And I go back to this girl, Jody. She was gorgeous. In my opinion, she was beautiful. When she first came out, I was like, she is gorgeous. She's beautiful. She's a beautiful woman. Beautiful lady. You know, and she had a nice body for the clothes that she was modeling for on Fashion Nova. She had a nice body. When I see her now, I'm shook. I'm scared for her because I don't know what the hell happened. It literally, if you go to her first few pictures on Instagram, look at those, and then look at her recent pictures on Instagram, you're like, what the hell happened to her face? I'm sorry for being so dramatic, but I'm being serious. What happened to her face? Why did she touch her face at all? I don't know. I can understand wanting, you know, bigger hips or, you know, perkier boobs and maybe getting your stomach tucked in a little bit because you gain a little bit of weight. But her face, bro, her cheeks are too high up. Her lips are too puckered. Her nose is too sharp. I was shook. I'm not even lying to y'all. And she don't look bad. She just looks plastic. Plastic as hell. And it really sucks because it's like, why did she need any surgery at all? Bro, you're the poster child for a whole clothing brand. Women want to look like you do when they wear their clothes. Theoretically. When they're shopping, that's how they gotta it looks good on her, might look good on me. You know? So it's like, girl, what? Did you feel like you needed to keep up with all the people online and social media? And then it got out of hand and all that? Because I heard that stuff can be addicting. Like, people don't realize that stuff can be addicting. Like, when Botox came out and people were just getting Botox injections, now their faces, when they get older, look like they're just stuck or really puffy. Like, what's that dude name? Hang on. What is that guy? I can't find his name, but his face is pretty messed up from all the Botox and all that on his face. And it's like, bruh, what was the point of doing that to yourself over and over again just so that you can look a little younger or look like keep up with, like, you don't have to keep up with nobody. Look at Halle Berry. She ain't getting no type of work done. That woman is still beautiful. She was beautiful back in the day, and the woman is still beautiful now. No work. Look at Gabrielle Union. No work done. Still gorgeous. These women are in their 50s. You will want to look like that when you get that age. I don't think a lot of these women are going to look like that when they get this age. All this work done on their bodies. I mean, I can understand why K. Michelle got her booty reduced. Because, bruh, when I get old, I don't want to be trying to lug that thing around. You know how much booty K. Michelle had? She, a 75-year-old woman with a cane. Do you know how hard it would be for her to get up every day with her big ass booty like that? How many times her back is going to go out? I'm not even trying to laugh. It's just funny thinking about it. The thought about it. Like, bruh. Grandma family, she can't get. But she had a lot of cushion going. Okay, stop. But I'm being serious. Like, what? I just want to know what's the point? I feel like a lot of it has to do with social media. I don't even want to say it's for male attention. I don't think it's male attention at all. I feel like it's social media kind of making us want to think that this is something we need to be able to have a lifestyle that comes with it. Because, I mean, right now we see people with BBLs, they have this glamorous lifestyle. And I don't want to just say all women with a BBL body or who's gotten their body done, but a lot of the women that are famous for it, have these higher style lifestyles, and their lives kind of are a little bit better because they have that type of body. Or it's kind of going around, like, conversation wise, going around like, oh, get you a BBL and then you can, get you a rich nigga or whatever. Like, getting your body done will make things better for you, or getting your body done is going to help with something. It's like, listen, you don't have to get your body done for that to happen. Honestly, a lot of the times, a lot of women, they're just unhappy with their bodies. I get it, mommy bodies, and they want to just, feel and look a little younger than they kind of, their body kind of looks now. So I get it. I'm not saying I don't understand why it happens. I get it. Do I think everybody should do it? No, because of the things that comes with it. Not everything is for everybody. And a lot of the things that we are stressing over and all that, we can do by just simply working out. working out can send endorphins also to your body. That's what a lot of people don't understand. Like, people are just, oh, you're just gonna say working out. Like, working out is just I've been working out. Like, I understand you've been working out and all that, and maybe you've just been doing the wrong workout. Maybe you need to find another workout. Like, maybe the routine that you've been doing isn't a good routine and it's not happy for you. So maybe you need to find another way to work out. There's all types of ways to work out other than going to the gym. There's really a lot of ways to work out, and ways you can work out to make you happy as well too. That'll send endorphins to your body to where, this isn't just, it doesn't feel good, it's fun as well too. And you actually get accustomed to liking working out, and then you'll actually feel good. Your body will feel good while you're, working out and getting that energy flowing through your body. I just feel like we need to think about things in a different light and not just, oh, working out is going to do this and that. Or even if you're too, busy to work out all the time, try to figure out a way you can work out some of the times. Like, a lot of people for kids, like, if it's hard for you to work out because you have kids, how about you use your kids as your workout? Go to the park and run around with them. Teach them basketball, teach them a sport, play with them on the jungle gym, and hey, that was your workout for the day. Maybe it's just simple things like that that'll be helpful. Let's all go for a run. Now you're teaching your kids a healthier lifestyle of working out and doing different stuff other than sitting in the house. Maybe, you can go skating. I've been skating. Skating is it's a very good cardio workout. Skating is a lot of fun. Go dancing. Take a Pilates course. Take a yoga. Yoga is I love yoga. I will advocate for yoga to the death of me. I love yoga. Please try yoga. Turn on a YouTube thing and just do a little bit at home. Anything to do to work out. Like, there's other ways to work out other than going to the gym. The gym is great too, because I feel like the gym is great motivation. Once you see other people working out, it kind of motivates you to kind of work out. A lot of people get discouraged. I know a lot of people get discouraged, like, oh, well, I'm not doing what they're doing. And so, or you feel a little discouraged because it's like, you don't have the body that they have. And it's like, don't go in there with that mindset, comparing yourself to what other people are doing, because it's not what other people are doing, it's what you need to be doing. What is good for you? When you figure out what makes you happy, what is great for you, what you need to be doing, you don't have to worry about, oh, that person is doing this, so I need to do that so I can look like that. You're not going to look like that person. I'm sorry to say it. You're not going to have the same body that person has. We're all designed different. We're all different. We're all beautiful as well too. And we need to find the beauty within ourselves, because once we find the beauty within ourselves, people will find the beauty within us as well too. Because that's what it's all about. Hoping that people will accept us for the way that we look. So we try to do things to make us look appealing to the other people around us. But the one thing you need to be is make sure you're happy with how you look as well. Before you step out into the world, make sure you're happy with how you look. Don't do it because you think somebody else is going to be happy with it. Do it because you're happy with it. Do it because that's what you wanted to do. Do it because it was because you wanted to be proud of yourself. You wanted to be happy with how you looked, not because you wanted other people to do it. And that's why I got into this whole body modification and BBL topic. I just really hate it when people go online and telling people, oh, you need a BBL, or why your body don't look like this, or women feeling discouraged because their body don't look a certain way up to a standard that was placed in front of them before they could even have an opinion about what that standard is. Ain't that fucked up? A standard was placed in front of us on how we should look, how we should be, without our opinions in the first place. But it's the world we live in today, y'all. And listen, I guess it is what it is. If you gon' BBL, hey, get your BBL. But I encourage you to get your research because there's a lot going on with those things. There's a lot going on with body modifications in general. And think about your body when you get 60. Think about your body when you get 50. It's probably not going to be the same now when you get that age. I'm just saying. Be careful with all the surgeries, and it puts you at a very high risk. Think about your health at the end of the day. Don't just think about how you're going to look. Or the things that's going to come with it once you get it. Think about how it can very much alter your life if you do have it. Think about how it could change your life if you get it. And if you're willing to risk that. But we're going to get off the topic, and I love you guys. Thank you guys for listening to me today. You know you can follow me on social media, SMH Podcast 96. I am on Instagram. Follow me on Twitter, SMH Podcast 1. That is the app for Twitter, SMH Podcast 1. I am on YouTube, and you can follow me on Facebook as well too. All the links in the bio of my Instagram. Please follow me on there. I love you guys. This was a great episode. I do appreciate you guys. I am going to be coming up with a new episode soon. I had an idea for my Christmas episode, and sadly I don't think I'm going to be able to do it, but I do have a great idea in mind just to, replace that. So I do have you guys, I love you guys. I'm going to work on it. And yeah, can't wait for the next episode, which is going to be very soon because I'm going to record it tonight. Love you guys. Bye.
I'm about to walk this motherfucker, man.